Happy Monday, November 17th, 2025. It's Take a Hike Day, which, honestly, feels like a dare to close the laptop. Not today, though. This is KoiCast, made end-to-end with AI. We're putting Microsoft Vibe Voice 7B through its paces, so if a sentence backflips midair, yeah, we're keeping it. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Riley. If the bot starts freestyling, we'll just call it jazz. Okay, 3 drops this week. Alibaba's Qwen consumer app in China, Grok rolls out a free tier, and OpenAI ships GPT-5.1 to the API. The big question is the same. Can these assistants actually act inside your workflow, not just chat pretty?
Exactly. Let's go rapid fire with what teams need to know. First one. What signals tell us Qwen's consumer app is opening real programmatic hooks for marketers? I'm watching for merchant-facing OAuth scopes, publish listing, update price, manage inventory, fulfill orders with role-based permissions.
Yep, and practical stuff, event webhooks. If I see order.created, order.fulfilled, refund.requested coming from the Qwen app layer, ding ding. Also, App Store modules that touch Taobao Tmall seller centers, Canyao Logistics Write Access, and Alipay Mini App Invocation. Bonus. Dev docs with rate limits, item potency keys, and audit logs. If they ship a sandbox merchant environment, that's the green light.
Great. Second, if you're outside China, when do you pilot Qwen versus wait? My criteria. Do you sell to Chinese consumers or operate on Alibaba surfaces? Do you have Chinese language ops and legal coverage for mainland policies? Can you keep data residency compliant? If yes, pilot. If you're global only, no Alibaba touchpoints, and you need third-party connectors, wait for international rollout and broader APIs.
Also, latency and support. If your team can't handle CN region routing or you don't have a Mandarin first reviewer, you're gonna stall. I'd run a DocGen or research pilot only, keep transacting off until the app-level APIs are public.
Third, Grok's free tier access fastest path from sandbox to production. I like N8N with HTTP request nodes and JSON schemas, wrapped with light LLM so you can swap models. Make.com for quick connector glue, Pipedream for event-driven functions. If you're coding, Vercel AI SDK or LangChain for tool calling, but keep outputs schema first.
I'll add OpenRouter as a model broker if you want easy ABs across providers, then stabilize on XAI's API when rate limits make sense. And do a tiny Langfuse install for logs and evals. Observability is the difference between neat and it ships.
Fourth, how to quantify automation readiness before you route a model into live flows. KPIs I'd track. First pass validity. Percent that pass schema and policy without edits. Grounding hit rate answers with citations from your canon, latency P95 and P99. Cost per finished asset including human minutes. Escalation and rollback rates, safety checks, red team prompts, PII scrubbers, prompt injection tests, region-specific moderation, and canary releases with kill switches.
And add false accept flee reject on your critics, plus tool call reliability. If the model says I posted it and the API 500, you need item potency and retries with exponential backoff, not vibes.
Quick pulse on the rest of the AI week. XAI announced Grok 4.1 ranking competitively on LM Arena text and posting a solid not top EQ bench empathy score. People are raving about how it handles sensitive stuff like pet loss. That's not just feel good. Empathetic guardrails matter for community managers and support. Google's cranking travel features chat through itineraries, hotel price tracking and booking links, cheap flights, plus deeper ecosystem tie-ins with Imagen, Magic Editor-style tools, and AI Studio. The takeaway for marketers. Google's building end-to-end plan to transact flows inside surfaces you already use, Docs, Gmail, Calendar, then Alto University showed a photonic computing demo doing tensor ops in 1 light pass sub-nanosecond latencies, picojoule energy, translation. If this scales, future data centers could run cheaper and cooler, which means bigger models or more concurrent agents for the same budget. It's early, but it points to a world where your research to outline, to shot list, to asset metadata, to draft posts loop runs in near real time without melting the cloud bill.
And it all screams the same trend. Assistants are shifting from chatter to control planes. Whoever lands the best connectors wins.
Fifth, GPT-5.1's fast versus thinking modes practical heuristics. For low latency UIs, default to fast. Scheduled content and long briefs, thinking mode but set a reasoning budget. Multi-step agents, start fast, escalate to thinking only when critics flag complexity, contradictions, or low confidence.
Also, cache like your life depends on it. Prompt caching for shared context and brand guides. And don't rely on the vendor auto router blindly. Build a tiny router if task, compare, or plan thinking. If task, rewrite or tag fast.
Sixth, infra blockers when you scale agents. The repeat offenders, no prompt caching, zero observability, brittle tool adapters, missing retries. Backoff, no human in the loop gates, and no state store for resumable runs.
Plus, secrets management. People hardcode keys don't item potency keys for publish steps and traceability. Use Langfuse or OpenTelemetry, dump traces to something like Honeycomb or Grafana, and give PMs a what happened view. You'll thank yourself on incident day.
7th, vendor lock-in risks when you lean hard into one assistant. Risks, surprise pricing, regressions, policy shifts, rate caps, or API deprecations. Mitigations, use a provider-agnostic adapter like Light LLM, enforce schema-first outputs, keep an open weights fallback for critical paths, and store prompts.policies separate from provider syntax.
And keep your embeddings portable. If your vector store ties you to one cloud, you just invented a different lock-in. Use adapters and exportable formats, no tattooing.
8th, running Qwen for China and GPT-5.1 or Grok globally compliance and localization. Run separate stacks and policies. Region tag content, enforce locale critics for currencies and disclaimers, and maintain Chinese language moderation tuned for local regs. Keep data residency clean and route only what's needed across borders.
Totally. And build bilingual QA. Chinese reviewers on CN flows, English on global. If terms get sensitive, escalate to human. Fast is cool, fines are not.
9th, multi-format flows turning perception inputs into actions. Today's best picks, Qwen's camera features or Qwen VL for document and UI understanding, OpenAI's Vision plus Whisper for ASR, Grok's evolving perception for social context. Pair with practical tools, Runway or Pika for video variants, Descript for audio cuts, FFmpeg for automation, and your DAM for metadata rights.
I'd do Vision JSON first, extract text, objects, timestamps. Then your agent calls downstream actions. Tag the assets, schedule posts, trigger renders. If you jump straight to prose, you lose determinism.
10th, how will no assistants become trusted operators in 12 to 18 months? Signs. SLAs with penalties for downtime and tool call failures. First pass validity above 80% on scoped assets. Error rate P99 under 1% with auditable provenance logs. Clear revenue attribution to agent-run campaigns. Role-based auth and approvals baked in. A healthy marketplace of connectors, not just beta plugins.
And one more, real incident response. If vendors publish postmortems when things break, they're taking ops seriously. If not, still a lab demo.
Quick lightning round. Should global teams pilot Qwen now?
Only if you're touching Alibaba commerce or you need Chinese language ops speed. Otherwise, wait for app-level APIs and international docs.
Grok free plan, production or sandbox?
Sandbox with intent. It has usage caps, so wrap it in schemas, log everything, and be ready to swap models.
GPT 5.1 worth the upgrade?
Yeah, it's the boring good that scales. Use fast for throughput, thinking for judgment, and cache aggressively.
All right, that's the show. If you learned something, hit subscribe and grab more at koei.com.resistors news, playbooks, weird experiments. And if it's still take a hike day when you hear this, schedule a literal one. Your agents can handle a couple steps while you touch grass.
Thanks for hanging. Is it temporary?
Make it to come to Rex who can cover race.
Easing up his own, man.
Go. The way we want man to do is pulp me.
Beef appeals backable event.
Yes, straight. You know be dead one. You know be dead when you set you back.